genuine Canberra celebrities, and I'll fight, but I'll lose against anyone who says otherwise. I am Ewan. I will be your Master of Dungeons for this evening. I will guide the players through their adventure. It is an improvised adventure. So, the players don't know what's going on, much like proper role-playing. This is much closer to proper role-playing than some of our audience would probably be comfortable admitting. So, this is, first of all, a rules-light system. So do you like rules lawyering? Do you like players actuallying every time the DM wants to do something so they have to spend 10 minutes looking through rules? What is wrong with you? I don't want to yuck your yum, but that makes you a bad person. Anyway, very simple mechanics. You will see the balloons in front of everybody. Those represent everybody's lives. If something bad happens that injures them, I'm going to pop a balloon. I have too many balloons here. I'll deal with that in just 1 second. Because this is our Cthulhu-themed arc, which means we need to increase the tension and the risk, which means for the first time, those regulars amongst us, we are going to have continuity of lives. People are not going to magically get their life back in between episodes of this one. It's going to be really, really cool. We have 20-sided dice, icehedrons, I think. Icodecahedron? Close enough. This is going to decide everything. For those people who are a little bit shaky on the whole concept of how numbers work, bigger numbers are better, smaller numbers less so. A 1 is always a hilarious failure, and a 20 is always a hopefully hilarious success. Now, for those people who are listening at home, we have a Jenga tower in front of us. It's not even generic. I'm going to say it's Jenga because Jenga do the best thing. I don't get paid to say this. I've got I can't believe it's not Jenga at home, and it's crap, because they don't properly sand the pieces, they don't slide properly, it's rubbish. This is worth the extra money that it costs to get the genuine article, and they also put the branding on every single... Sorry. Anyway. I mentioned it's a Cthulhu theme, which means that this is our Tower of Terror. When something happens, when the Eldritch forces are scratching at our heroes' brains, they'll have to pull out a tile from the Jenga tower. If the Jenga tower falls down, then something horrible will happen to their character. They get to pull out an extra phobia, or I'll do something to them because I can do that. Now, you might have heard me mention the I word before. I said improvised, which means that we are now legally obliged at some point to take audience offers throughout the evening. Now, we didn't set up a dice goblin before, so that's okay. We're going to be rewardless this evening, apparently. Oh, we do have a dice goblin! Hey, give it up! Although we're Cthulhu, aren't we? So let's say a dice cultist. This is our dice cultist. Our dice acolyte. That scans a bit better. So let's practice. What would be a benefit to the world being taken over by eldritch horrors from beyond reason?
More tentacles. Less gloomy mornings.
More tentacles, less gloomy mornings?
Global warming.
Oh, less global warming. You'd think there'd be a lot of gloomy. That's why I had to double check. So, we have someone who's pro-tentacle, sorry? Lower taxes? Fewer decisions to be made? Fewer humans! Bleak, but I think I'm going to award it, because it's funny. So, Dice Acolyte, take a die, please. 2. Fewer humans. I don't know why I'm writing that down. It's not going to impact on the game. There's another thing as well. I am the ultimate arbiter. So if I don't like what the dice said, if I think it'd be funnier to succeed or fail, that's what's going to happen. I'm terribly sorry you're all subject to my whimsy. Now you know how my daughters feel. There is one more exceedingly important rule, and that is that we are all here to have fun! Hooray! And so, allow me to introduce your cast, your performers, your players for this evening. Playing Ace Torkin, the town gossip and historian who's afraid of spiders and collects spiders, Canberra celebrity student Bila! Playing Hadley-on-Sea's local policewoman, the athletic Josephine, who's afraid of garbage and would be an inspector by now if it wasn't for her rampant misandry, Canberra celebrity multitasker Sharona! Playing Sophie Herring, local fisherwoman, amateur boxer who's afraid of caves and brought a Frenchman home from the war as a souvenir, Canberra pretty magical girl, Helen! And playing, well, I guess you're going to find out about that in a second. Subbing in for Joel, we have Canberra celebrity actor-comedian Riley-Bell. And back from an extremely enjoyable and culturally sensitive visit to Uluru and Katajuna National Park, our silent bard, Jack! And I continue to be Ewan. The research proceeds. Now, our arc setting. This is a Cthulhu Mythos arc. For those people who don't know, I imagine it's none of you, but I've written it down so you're going to hear it. It was created by H.P. Lovecraft and has been built upon by many, many people since. The mythos deals with a vast and indifferent universe and the threats it poses to our fragile lives. Cosmic horrors live in the dark spaces between worlds, and sometimes they turn their ineffable attention to the petty creatures scurrying over the surface of this planet. Between times, power mad and so occasionally just mad people worship these entities, and sometimes they or their minions squeeze through thin places to feed and terrorize. We are keeping to the setting and relying on the performers to create the humor. Trust me, it really works, as anyone who was here last time will remember. Now, to remind you, shadows are darker, the sky is less inviting, and vile forms wait to snatch the sanity of anyone foolish enough to look too deep. We're going to be using Lovecraft's themes of eldritch horrors, not his horrible themes of racism and eugenics. They can go jump. Similarly, I'm sorry.
What about his fear of the pastoral?
Oh, well,
I've written a lot of essays on Lovecraft.
I might be out of my depth with you as a player then. Let's move on.
Anyone? Less jokes, more facts.
Who I am, what have you done with Riley? Now, one other thing which we disclaimed before, we're going to disclaim now, we're going to disclaim in the third episode as well. The Cthulhu Mythos deals with themes of madness. This is to reflect the immense and unknowable nature of the threats and supernatural forces that influence humans on mortal minds. It's an important element of the story. It builds tension, it lets me mess with the players, there might be a little bit of fun in it. But what we're doing is engaging with this in the context of the setting. We are not belittling or diminishing mental illness in any way. So let's all just put that out in the open. And if we do sound like we're doing that, we don't mean to, and we apologise for doing that. And so, on with the show. I'm going to be talking less in just a minute. But first, our story began in the village of Hadley-on-Sea. This is a sleepy town with a high street running parallel to the beach, a series of jetties, and it's on the shores of the canal. The channel. I can read words. The land slopes up to Hadley Hill, where the ancient Tomartin lighthouse stands to warn boats off the jagged rocks at the base of its hill. In the middle of the high street is a local pub, the Fisherman's Hole. Many's the time you'll hear natives of Hadley-on-Seas talk about having a great time in the Fisherman's Hole. It is December 1922. Memories of the Great War loom over all. Howard Carter has just discovered Tutankhamun's tomb. James Joyce's Ulysses is confusing the crap out of everyone, as it will continue to do. And the BBC has begun broadcasting via radio. Now, as well as what we know, about which more later, there's been other signs of darkness and weirdness rising in Hadley-on-Seas. What are they?
Ducks.
Just ducks. Just ducks.
Yeah, no,
Ducks?
geese are way scarier.
Geese are. Geese with the duck penis.
That's not how that
Of
works.
both worlds.
That's not how that works. Also, they're deciduous. They just fall off after mating season.
Deciduous penis.
Deciduous is the best word. Like a leaf.
You said you wanted more facts plus jokes, right?
Deciduous penis is my Limp Bizkit cover band.
Hey! What do I say?
We're gonna go with geese with penis, duck penises. That's
For
hilarious.
anyone who doesn't know what a duck penis looks like, it's a spiral corkscrew shape. Yeah.
And then the ornament turns
If you
off.
want to know more about animal reproductive biology, talk to me later. Or don't. I don't mind.
She only has a professional interest. It's not weird.
It's still weird.
It's still a bit weird. Our group grew up in Hadley-on-Seas, except for one which we'll get to in a second. They were children together, and as kids they formed the First Adventurers Club. They'd run around exploring the countryside and generally get into trouble, and they grew up and they still had a reputation for solving problems. Like, I'm actually taking note of your suggestions, if you noticed this. Timmy fell down a well, and then there was an outbreak of dragon syphilis. This is the kind of sudden code switching you get when you ask the general public for things. Now, we have a new character joining us tonight. Who are they? Well, this is Riley. Riley, we haven't got a character name yet, but Riley will be playing their Who. You remember the Who's and the What's? Their Who is Riley will be playing a natural scientist, or better known as a
Phrenologist.
And Riley's phrenologist, we worked this out earlier on, is a...
Oh, what is he?
You're an ex-cultist.
Oh.
So you used to be a cultist.
Went from the horrid superstition of the occult to the very hard science of skull shapes make you commit crimes.
And now what we need to do is work out what Riley's character is scared of. So Riley, can you reach in here and pull out a thing, please? What did you pull out?
Ah! That's the okay.
That's my own cunning.
Scared of blood.
So Riley is scared of blood, everybody! Which could potentially explain why you're not a cultist anymore. So what we're going to do... I'll give you that, so if you want to take some notes, and hopefully it works, because that would be funny. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and talk to the characters. We all remember that from our previous arcs, which will give you a couple of seconds to think about your character, write some notes, do some things, and then when we get to you, you can have a name and all sorts of stuff. It'll be very exciting. But first, let us turn to Ace Talkin. First question, Ace, is that your birth name?
Yes, I was
That
born
is-
Ace Talking.
You were born Ace Talkin, were you always talking? Like from
Always
day dot?
talking. I knew everything all the time.
Uh-huh.
Ask me a question. The answer is yes.
I didn't have a chance to ask you the question, but you know what? The answer would have been yes.
I can read body language.
Excellent. So now we ascertained you were children in the village. Did you stay in the village the whole time, or did you say move away and come back? What's
No,
that?
I've been in the village from the beginning. I know. That's how I know so much about people's
you know-
lives. I'm part of people's lives.
Do you remember
That's
that-
how I know how to miss this cat fluff thing. And
Fluffy bum.
yeah, fluffy
Fluff
bum.
bum.
That's how I know what happened to the cat.
Dog.
Dog.
Oh, it's an animal.
They were my best friend.
Tell you mom hit it with a shovel.
Fluff bomb!
Always with the trauma. Okay. Now, what is the secret to good gossip? Like being a good gossip?
You listen. It's all about listening. People tell you stuff, and you just listen. And sometimes you have to listen up walls, and other times you have to be under the bed in the bedroom. It's about location, I guess.
So it's location. So you sneak into people's houses?
I
just want to-
try to. I get under the beds. I get into the wardrobes. I get into ceilings. Peepholes.
Have you been caught?
I'm the best at what I do.
We might have to make that canon that you get bonuses on sneak rolls because that's really good. Now, look at that. It's my whimsy again. So, as a gossip, Ace has one secret about himself he hopes no one will ever find out. What is it?
Webbed feet.
Webbed feet?
Very water, that could work.
He runs a Gilmore Girls fan chat group.
It's the 1920s.
Yes, when he knows everything.
He's Bran!
Ye old Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, Gilmore Girls with an extra E on the end.
Gilmore lady.
Okay, so that was... Who said Gilmore? Okay, so that's a Gilmore Ladies fan club.
Radio serial.
Radio series. Gilmore Ladies Radio Serial Fan Club.
We made it work, guys. Say whatever. Doesn't matter.
We can workshop it.
We're
It's
professional.
awesome. It's awesome. Ace Talking, everybody! Clubbed so many letters. Josephine! Everyone, this is Josephine. Josephine, this is everyone. Has it been challenging being a constable in Hadley-on-Seas?
Well, I guess I was born into it. As you know, my mother was also a constable. My grandmother was a constable. I can go on, but I feel like you're getting the gist.
So just female law enforcement all the way down.
Yes.
Excellent.
It's like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Exactly. We have the same hair, same hairstyle.
Instead of throwing
No,
Pokeballs, you throw javelin at the Pokemon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And who was harder to breed though?
Harder to breed.
Pikachu, I
With them
choose
afterwards.
Flick, flick
Yeah,
you.
Detective Pikachu's fucking weird. Whoa.
Okay. Who was the first person you arrested?
It was actually this guy here.
How? Why?
I don't want to talk about it. It's not good. But he has been called, but only once by me. And then he's kind of he's like my source now, so I let him sneak into bedrooms and things.
He's your snout.
Yeah, I know
From
that.
the bill in the 80s.
I know that from being a British policewoman. That's
Yes,
true. I know
yes.
that. Yes.
You were just
Correct.
testing me.
Yes.
Can we become best friends?
I'm gonna write it down. We're not best friends. He's weird.
Someone has to go through those drain pipes.
You can. Now we're doing things that don't conform to standard biology. But anyway, what is the secret to good policing?
Well, I had a very promising career, as you know, as a long jumper and javelin thrower. Yes, I went all the way to Liverpool to a very competitive Liverpudlian javelin throwing and long jumping academy. But yeah, and then eventually the big
Competitive and specific.
yes, very good. But then eventually the big city was too much for me, so I went back to Hamilton Seas.
Okay.
But I think the key is having a javelin.
Right, just having just an F off spear.
Yes.
Possibly
People are
with one or two
scared of the
Pokemon impaled on the end, just to really show that
Wow.
you're willing to use it.
Several rounds.
Lots of because what good are they really? Now this isn't Josephine's first strange investigation. What weird occurrence did she need to deal with when she was at the academy? A strange case of the missing javelins. There was just a really long horse.
There's something wrong with this horse. Hold him away!
What do you mean? Look at how long. No, I.
Turns out it's a giraffe. It was the 20s. They didn't know about exotic animals.
That's a die for the long horse. The yes and of a giraffe is excellent because now they've got this image of the giraffe in a really crap horse disguise. Like it's not a reverse giraffe, like a tiny neck but a long body.
I thought you were going to say something different from bodies.
Still has the same number of bones in it though.
Oh, hey, let's keep getting biological. The bones in a horse's leg are more like the human finger than a regular mammal leg. They've got fingers for legs.
Thanks for that mental image. That's disturbing.
Yeah,
in
it's
my
horrible.
brain.
You can't think of
Josephine! And now
too many biology facts. Gonna take
we've
all
got
mine.
we've got like what, 2-3 science communicators at the table, one massive nerd. It's amazing. Right. And so we move on to Sophie Herring. Sophie Herring, the fisherwoman, fisher person,
Fighting fisher.
fighting fisher, fighting
We
fisher,
are fighting fishes.
fighting fishes. So what was the first fish you fought?
Probably something. When we first had out, there was like not really like a lot. But I guess like the most common school is just like a mullet.
Right. So that's I'm trying to think of mullet joke. I'm just thinking about yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't the 20s, I'd have a joke for that. So how was it hard, like fighting that mullet?
I sort of any sort of aquatic dwelling
That's a
creature.
good point. So crabs count.
No, the Frenchman was bycatch.
And now, despite her clear skill in the fish fighting game, Sophie wasn't always comfortable with following in the family fish fighting footsteps. There was a brief time, I did that on purpose, she ran away to try her hand at something else, something the rest of the family would be aghast if they knew. Bird fighting, cow fighting, bug punching, Pokemon trainer.
Because you don't know what they look like. It's a radio series.
I thought you sounded familiar.
So you were a cast member in the Gilmore Ladies, and we'll work out whether it's talking those. Just in the early episodes, like 1 or 2 episodes.
They're just in the pilot.
Pilot fish. That deserved more than that, everybody. Oh no, don't patronize me. Anyway, Sophie Herring! And now, we turn to the end, to the phrenologist. And next cultist, we have a name?
Good evening, my name is Phineas T. Withercock
Phineas T. Withercock.
of the Derbyshire Withercock.
I was about to make an off the X Withercock's question, so thank you very much for that. Now we met these guys sort of much shallower introduction. We're delving a bit deeper on the second session, but we're just meeting you. So, why did you become a cultist? Like, how did that happen? How were you drawn to?
Well, I was going to one of my father's soirees, and I'd had a couple of brandies, and then they all started chanting and putting on masks, and I thought, what a lark. And 5 years later, and I've got I'm neck deep in stolen Bengali jewels, and someone's yelling at me that I didn't draw the pentagram right.
It happens.
And that might possibly lead into my next question, which is why are you now an ex-cultist?
No, it was a bore. Nothing to do at all with my squeamishness. No, of course not. Of course not. I could not be one of the foremost natural philosophers to Her Majesty the Queen. No, there's no Queen. The King of England. No, there's a Queen. It's canon.
KG5, ladies and gentlemen.
If I could not stand the sight of a little blood. No, it was for personal reasons, and everything got a bit dull and drab.
You were a bit bored by it. Now, have you been to Hadley-on-Seas before?
I don't ever believe. There's no reason I would.
Sure. Now, I didn't write you a question. I've copy-pasted someone else's question that makes no sense for your character, so I'll just make one up now. What has brought... Nope, we're going to deal with that in the thing. I completely derailed myself. Okay.
I've got a spiel here.
You've got a spiel?
Yeah,
No, we got to get an offer, otherwise we're going to be in some serious legal trouble because
yeah.
we said improvisation and then these... Look at them all, they're all judging me because I
Yeah,
don't have
the improv
So,
police
yeah.
will come and get us.
Now, you're clearly a moneyed individual. You mentioned soirees.
Yes.
How did Phineas T. Withercock's
Yup.
family make their fortune? Bird fighting, did he say what factory? His factory.
His factory.
Tanners.
Thimbles.
Thimbles! The Withercock thimble fortune.
We have various holdings in urine factories. We invest in peacock futures. Thimbles are our main trade.
Phineas Thimble Withercock. Ah, dear me. Phineas, everybody! Okay. After the wheels only came off a little bit, it was all my fault. Let's move on to the smidgiest bit of a recap. It is winter in Hadley-on-Seas. Christmas is around the corner and a well-dressed visitor from London has gone missing. His brand new Bentley was abandoned on the pebbly sand down in the fishing jetty, and Josephine was investigating, ably helped by Ace Torkin, who broke a window and went through the car. Getting the First Adventurers Club together, some of them went to the town library and found the librarian, Mrs. Altmore, had been murdered, and signs of creepiness with writing that would writhe and make you do a Jenga block when you tried to read it because it was that eldritch honest. They also found that the stranger had been trying to hire a boat, and when they returned back, they realized that the old drunken fisherman's boat wasn't there, and he noted that the stranger appears to have taken his boat. In the course of their investigation, they found a journal also full of that strange, otherworldly writing. The effects the minds who see it, to the extent that Farmer Marsh toppled the tower. I think we can all agree it wasn't entirely his fault. And picked up an extraphobia, which was slime. That's neither here nor there, because he's not here. They returned to the jetty. They loaded onto Sophie Herring's boat and head out into the channel, only to have the unmistakable sound of someone dropping down onto the deck behind them. As they spin, they realise Farmer Marsh is not with them. They left him behind on the jetty, so there's only 3 of them to face. Phineas T. Withercock, who is now on the boat, has stowed away.
Harpoon him.
Who are you and what are you doing on my boat?
Oh, good evening. I seem to have had a 5-day-long ether blackout.
Why are you on my boat?
Oh, for many reasons. In
Something's up.
oh, that one.
Something's happening, yeah.
Well, I've heard rumors in the Royal Society that led me to a
Okay, you have 5 seconds to explain to me why I shouldn't punch you off my boat right now.
I know something's amiss in this town.
Yeah, no shit.
Wow, how long that take? Harpoon.
All right, see you later, guys. Yes, Maria.
Don't touch my harpoon.
Yes, I was following a lead in a did they get a train underwater?
A what?
A train, a steam engine.
We're in the water. On the water.
And looking forward in the direction you're going, you see a big shadow moving towards the water in that direction. The biggest shadow you have ever seen in the water ever.
Okay, so I'm just about to start polishing up my fists so I can get ready to fight this thing. I'm literally about to jump in the water.
What do you use for the polish?
It's a figure of speech.
Okay, it's moving faster than you can swim, but it's moving in the same direction that you're moving.
Can I make my boat go any faster?
You can absolutely gun your boat if you want.
I make my boat go faster.
Okay, so you gun your boat, and as you're gunning your boat
Yeah.
and heading forward, you notice that there's a speck in the distance getting bigger and bigger. And it's another boat.
I flash some lights. You know those flag things where they're like,
Semaphore.
yeah, that thing. I do that.
Signals.
So as you start to get closer and closer, you're heading out into the channel. Even though it's only just after lunchtime, breakfast I think you'll recall, it seems like there's a mist coming in. The shadow is growing slowly more indistinct. It seems to be going deeper and deeper, and then ahead of you see this large ferry. You can see 2 decks above the water, and it looks like there's probably a deck underneath the water. It's still. There's no lights, there's no movement visible, there's no smoke coming from its smokestacks. It's just sitting in anchor in the middle of
Is it the water police?
It's a ferry.
They know this is not my jurisdiction. They're here for me. Because I'm trying to solve a thing on their turf.
That's right.
They're gonna come for me.
Let's go talk to them.
A ferry is like a bus on the water.
Yeah. They have a base.
There's no police.
The police could be on there.
Okay.
It's the ticket inspector on the ferry.
This is the opium paranoia kicking in, apparently.
There's no paranoia.
Let's go
It's
to that.
fine.
Let's go to the ship and see what's on there. I need to know.
Is the shadow going towards the boat?
The shadow is going towards the boat,
I follow the shadow.
and you notice that as it goes towards the boat, it disappears further into the water. So you can't see it, it's gone under.
Okay, so maybe the ferry will have some sort of diving equipment on it, and then I can dive into the water.
Yes. Do I know your voice?
No,
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes. You sound.
it's just one of those voices, you know. It just sounds like a lot
Also,
of people's.
you are childhood friends.
Yeah.
Just gonna.
Yeah, that's probably what
That's
you
how you
do.
know each other.
Really? Yeah.
I think that's how
Did you
we'll-
also smoke the opium?
No, but the fumes kind of brushed in my face.
Yeah, you gotta contact her.
Second
That'd
hand
be
opium.
shit.
Yeah, it's the fucking worst.
I go towards the ferry.
Okay, so you're going towards the ferry.
See if there's
Still
a place
going towards
that
the ferry?
Well, it's like it's still, right?
It's not moving. You are very quickly towards it.
No, I'm slowing down.
Okay, just
slowing
checking.
down. I gotta pull up, kind of just go
Okay.
around it to
Can
see
you
if there's.
roll a die for me?
Oh,
Let's see
goodness.
how you go with your piloting of your boat.
Well, seeing as, you know, I'm going a little bit quicker, I'm slowing down. I'm like fighting against the steering wheel, and I get +2 to fighting because I'm a boxer.
Oh, yes, that is excellent bullshit. I will absolutely allow you to do that. 11. Okay, so it's not the most complicated maneuver in the world. So what we're going to say is that you sort of do almost like a little handy. You go handbrake turn. You drop the anchor and you spin into it, and there's a bit of a crunch, but no one
Meant to do that.
no one gets hurt.
Wow,
Patented herring move.
that was stylish.
Yes.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
A quick question, fellows.
Excuse me?
Of course, you know exactly what you're doing, but where exactly are we going?
What are you doing?
On the boat.
To the boat, to the ferry. Well, thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
So I want to pull up near where there's like, I don't know, like a ladder or like where
Yep.
the
So
anchor is.
there's a laddery bit that's over the side.
I go up the ladder.
Okay, so you go up the ladder. So you're on this boat. You can hear.
I'm gonna hang out on this. I don't want to go on this.
Can I sharpen my javelin?
Yes.
Sharpening my
So
javelin.
are you guys staying on the fishing boat and you're going on your own onto the
I'm
ferry?
coming with you.
So you guys are both going onto the ferry?
The party. No, don't split the party.
Okay.
It always goes so well.
Yeah, it's the best idea.
I'm going to jump on. I need
Okay.
to know who's on this ferry.
Staying on the
I'm
ferry.
sharpening my javelin.
Okay, are you joining them on the ferry though, or are you just
We need your sharp javelin. Anything on there.
Yeah, okay. I'm
sharpening.
I have +2 to physical.
And you're high on opium, so that'll be fun too.
+2 to physical. So
That's true.
I don't
walking.
trust you being alone in my
Sharp.
boat, so you're going first.
Why ever not?
I got
It's
motion.
probably because of your declined brain pan, giving you the features of a Welshman.
I'm thinking really hard that if I push him into the water, that would kind of make him aquatic, and then I could like punch him and maybe use the dugong technique.
Not the dugong technique. That technique's been buried for thousands of years.
Your
Just
mouth
you wait.
matched your words too well.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
After you.
so you were on.
Okay.
What is sort of a medium-sized ferry? It's got 3 decks. The main deck that you're on, it's wooden. It's creaking. The mist is coming in. It's getting a bit darker. There's no real light to speak of, other than let's say you've got running lights on your boat, so they sort of help a little bit. Some lanterns.
Any passengers to speak of?
There's no one. You can't really see any movement.
Phineas sort of walks around the deck.
So
going,
you're on the main.
Excuse me, I'm a member of the Royal Society and I demand to speak to the captain. He just does that. Just saying that over.
I'm gonna actually go and try and look for where like the bridge
Yeah, the bridge
is.
will be, yeah. So, where you are, I have a think, where you are on this main area, it's one of those ones where sort of it's like a lounge on the main deck. The deck above it, there's steps to that. You don't know what's necessarily there, so there's sort of this sort of cafe table type arrangement, and at the very front, on the end
Finally
of
get
that,
a drink. Ugh.
there is a little bit of a bar and a tea.
Who'd have thought being
house,
on the
tea shop
sea
set
would
up.
leave me so dry? And I go for the gin.
Okay, you go straight for the gin, and you see that there's where the pilot would be. Again, it's empty. Everything's at full stop, and you start to hear a bit of a creaking and a bit of a rasping.
What does that sound like?
Okay, so I'm going to look around for, I don't know if there's like a lantern, like an emergency
Yep,
lantern
there are
type
lanterns
business.
around. They're just not lit. There's a
I,
few battery-powered lanterns as well. There's some 20s lanterns.
well, I grab a lantern so I can see
Yep.
what's
So you
going on.
switch on a lantern, so you've got a bit of light. Can you do me an investigation roll? People want to have a look around.
As a police
Okay,
officer, I'd like to roll with +2 for investigation.
You do that.
It's a 3.
It's 3. But you're also off your tits, so.
I'm gonna go stalking, Commander.
Yep. We have
That's,
dice towers now, right?
that's 7.
I would like to investigate the bar, kitchen, general hospitality
Yep,
areas.
that's
Do
sort
they have anything good in here? Ooh, not good.
Okay.
5.
They're rolling like lemmings, so.
The dice are not with us tonight.
Dice are not with you tonight. So you're walking around, you're in the kitchen, and you slip on the floor.
Ah!
And you look down, and there was like a smear of blood. Oh yeah!
Friends!
Are you-
New friends!
Jenga tower.
My new friends! I need help, my new friends!
I go towards the noise.
Yeah,
I go towards the yelling.
I'll run.
Phineas, are you okay?
We'll find out in a second.
I'll run up.
Oh shit. Alright, sorry guys, you're gonna get a lot of ass right now. I can't. Did anyone knock the Jenga tower over last?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll feel less bad, but I still don't want to be the chump.
Be the
Oh
chump.
no!
Be the chump.
Oh, I can
Be
feel it.
the chump.
Be the chump.
Oh!
I'm alright, new friends. I've just urinated in my pants. That's all. Oh, that was from before.
Again.
Does the blood trail lead to anywhere?
There's some drops that lead out from where the kitchen is, and they look to be going to the steps that lead down to the next deck.
I follow the Ranger protocol.
Is the blood slimy?
No.
Nah, blood's not.
Random voice from the ether. Wait, not ether, not ether. Random voice from the ether. Okay. You're gonna go heading
Yep.
down the stairs?
Sit down.
Who's leading? Are you leading?
I'm leading.
I give you the lantern. So this way now
I'm
I have
investigating.
like both my weapons. I'm just like gonna load on my arms and
Okay.
just like get ready to go.
So you're going down the stairs.
Absolutely not. There's probably more blood.
So Phineas is staying in the kitchen.
Someone drag him
Gin.
along.
I'll protect the gin.
Phineas, we need you down here. We
What?
work better as a team.
What if there's a skull that needs touching?
What if someone accidentally have
Hang on.
I see someone is finally recognizing my expertise. Thank you, new friends. You flatter me. And I can go with just looking at the room.
So you
Tell
go
me when it's clean.
You go down the stairs. All the lights are out, so all you can see is the pool of light that's moving around, courtesy of your lantern.
Just
There's
face.
wood and creaking. You're starting to smell a very nautical smell, a very ocean smell, more than I know they're on a boat. More than you would normally fish.
Does it
you
smell
would
fishy?
It's very fishy. And so you come down the stairs, and there's a long corridor from the stairs you've come down, and you can see that there are cabins off either side. So this is a slightly sort of fancier area. And there's about 4 cabins on each side of this quite long corridor that goes down to what's probably an engine room in the back. You sort of hold it up, and there's a sign that says no passenger admittance engine room. So you get to the engine room.
I go towards the engine room.
Okay. You go towards the engine room. As you go past the doors, you hear a low murmuring.
I said, Josephine, you can go first.
I am holding the lantern, so I've got a lantern in one hand and a javelin in the other hand.
Like eavesdrop on the memory.
Yeah?
Ace.
Well, when
Ace.
when it comes to
Okay, give us
creepily-
a creepy give us a creepy eavesdropping roll there, Ace.
it's my thing. 14 plus 2, I imagine, because I'm good at it.
Just good at it. Okay. So you hear, you know how I was describing when you look at the pages of the book and you look at the writing, it rides and it's like it's trying to not let you read it.
Yes.
This is the oral equivalent of that. You think you can hear it. Imagine if the Bene Gesserit were talking, but all you could hear were the echoes. So you didn't even know the sounds they're making. It's just echoing voices with syllables that worm their way into your brain, like your spine is chewing on tinfoil.
Oh, yes. Yes, the dreadful
Please.
sound of the Spanish.
You can do this.
I can't watch this.
I got this twice already. You can fucking cop it.
Murdered someone.
Fabled dugong technique.
Have you even seen
You can hear the sounds. You steal your mind, and you can hear the sounds. Even though it's strange, there's the weird harmonics. It's still vaguely recognizable as human speech. A human is making this sound, but it's.
Can I get anything about
I don't want to make everybody in the room draw the Jenga tower. You don't understand the words. All you know is it sounds like a human throat, at least at the moment it sounds like a human throat making the words. Because as they go on, it's starting to get more glottal and a little bit sticky, like someone maybe like that sort of Alan Rickman just had a mouthful of milk thing
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
end of the words.
with the cop?
That's my name.
I am struggling to hear what they're saying at the wall. Would you like to have a shot?
I genuinely didn't expect the Jenga tower to be a player non-player troll. But it looks like that's the thing.
I mean, when he hears the speech, is there any like visible like?
Oh, he absolutely like like a little bit of like shuddering and goosebumps.
I stand with my tumbler and I go. No, I think you got this one, old chap.
Well, it appears I don't understand the gargling that has been made in this wall, which is unusual. I can hear everything perfectly normal. Especially this one time with Mrs. and
I'm
Mr.
tired of this.
Yeah.
Can I kick the door in?
You can kick the door in.
I like to kick the door in. I have +2 to physical.
Joseph, okay, give me a roll. 7.
Doing
momentum ceases the second your leg hits the door,
I try to
jarring your entire leg,
Typical suffragette hubris.
almost popping out your thigh. Whoa!
Big door.
I tried to open it. There's a door.
It's not locked. It's very heavy in case there's some water leakage, but it's not locked. You open the door out,
Yeah.
where there's that, there's those sort of, anyway. As you open the door, and as the door eclipses the beam from the lantern so you can see in the light, a figure turns around. A figure in a black robe, standing in the middle of an eldritch symbol, scratched onto the floor. Blood red candles burn at significant positions around
Just
the
wax.
circle.
Just wax.
And as it looks at you, its mouth freezes mid-chant, and it points at all of you and opens its mouth in a hideous exhalation of noise, and its jaw opens far beyond any human jaw.
Excuse me, I'm a scientist and that shouldn't happen.
And we go to the break. Please do libate, have a snack. We'll see you all back here in 15 minutes. That's 8:30 on my watch. I don't know what it is on your watch because we're not all wearing the same watch. That would be weird. See you in 15 minutes. Thank you very much, everybody.
I found the speech.
Instantly were blocked.
We'll get there eventually. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I had a very quick dinner at the break time, and now my tummy is full. I'm sure you all needed to know that. It was so good, but I'm not going to do that spruiking thing because they'll yell at me. So let's just suffice to say it was a very tasty dinner. Anyway, welcome back, one and all acolytes and cultists. Like that's synonymous. That's not different. Anyway. Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of the second episode of our Call of Cthulhu arc, The Terror of Hadley-on-Seas. Speaking of being on seas, we're in a ferry. What's going to happen in the ferry? In order to find out what's going to happen in the ferry, I should probably have someone other than me up here. I mean, I would absolutely just be talking here all on my own for the rest of the night, but that's no fun for anybody. Please welcome back to the stage, Bila, a.k.a. Ace Talkin, Sharona, aka Josephine, Helen, aka Sophie Herring, and Riley, aka Phineas T. with a cock.
Sorry, Phineas Thimble with the
Phineas Thimble with a cock.
Is that a descriptor?
Nice. After all this opium.
When last we saw our heroes, they had boarded a ferry that was anchored in the middle of the channel. Can you anchor in the middle of the channel? Is it too deep? Who cares? They heard some scratching. There was some blood in the kitchen. There was some really good Jenga playing from some people. They went downstairs. They heard more scratching. They heard a strange sound, speech from a human mouth, but not as had been heard before, with weird harmonics and echoes that ran down the spine and chilled the soul. There was an attempt at kicking in a door. It was a sealable, undersea door that opened outwards and wasn't locked, so it hurt the leg of the person involved. It was then opened very gently by her best friend, and then we saw inside a robed figure, a human robed figure, turning towards them, pointing a finger, finishing their chanting and opening their mouth stretching, their jaws extending, so their chin was somewhere down the middle of their chest as a breathy, rattling cry came from his very throat, because where else would it come from? War, blood, war. head down its back, and it looks at you and hisses once more.
Threatening.
Phineas puts his arms out and he says, "Stand back! I've seen this before! It's a socialist!
But I'd
He
like-
has the teeth and the unwillingness to work! Of a Marxist!
And I'm afraid I must now spill that wonderful moment and break the tension because everybody needs to do a Jenga block. Because you just witnessed something really horrific right in front of you. You can line that one off, I'm pretty sure. I'll just move my whiskey out of the way, shall I? Hang on one at a
Bill
time.
makes it fall down, do I not have to take it? Oh, what? God, what a king.
You don't have to.
He's committed! No, you pulled it out too far! Pull it back, that'll make it fall over.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
I don't have to do it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to run through some mechanics and a bit of description while we rebuild this. Once again, it works really well, and then when we do it, it will be nice if we can pause the world. But, so, watching this horrific transformation before you, Ace Torkin, you feel something in your mind give way.
Oh my god! What's just happened? Oh no!
And you are now also afraid of...
This makes me scared of glowing vegetables!
My daughters help me write what people would be scared of.
How come I got blood? The number one thing that's going to be in every single fucking encounter in a Lovecraft RP.
You clearly never met Ewan's daughters.
No, I used to teach them swimming, and they were bloody little fucks then.
So you know how smart they are.
And so, because as it changed with the light from the candles, it looks just like a glowing pumpkin you saw one time many years ago.
Outside that guy's house!
It's a stretch, but I'll go with it.
My health.
Anyone read The Colour Out of Space? Lovecraft? Yeah, lots of glowing vegetables. You know, you can make it work if you work in some intertextuality and, reference some of the more obscure, less corporeal works.
While you're showing up my knowledge of Lovecraft, can you do a Jenga block, please?
Oh, fuck.
From the bottom!
No
No,
pressure.
fuck off.
You do these Jimmy Town needs.
Nice.
Hey! Okay, so you're all shaken. One of you more stirred than shaken. And you...
Nothing I haven't seen in the London's red light district.
And so standing before you, and as it opens its mouth to cry at you once more, this overwhelming stench of rotting fish comes towards you.
Alright, so now I'm going to go into a defensive stance, and I'm going to invoke this.
Defensive stance for. I'm sorry.
So, now I know why you hate them. So, I'm going to now invoke the abyssal style. So this is where the flows I kind of get ready, but like they're not as quick, but they do have a really like big impact to them. So I'm just gonna get ready. If it looks like it's about to attack us, I'm just gonna get in there and just wallop it.
It absolutely looks like it's about to attack.
I'm gonna wallop
Big
it.
claws and needly teeth.
Cool. Gonna wallop it real hard.
Give it a roll for me, please.
Whoa.
That was a 1!
Can I have my last month's rolls, please?
You step forward. The abyssal punch, it is more powerful, but as you noted yourself, it is slower. So as you pull it back
Show myself.
and run for and go forward, the creature steps to one side and then lashes out with its mouth. So you run your arm down its teeth.
Lillian!
And out again. So you are now dripping blood. And bleeding.
I I was gonna say my
I was-
attention's on the fish
I was
creature.
gonna let. For once, the blood is not the biggest threat in the room, and even his unusual reaction to blood realizes this and is like, "Nah, mate, I'm good. You worry about the giant fish thing."
I'd like to throw either my javelin or my lantern or both.
Okay, so the lantern is a battery lantern, so you're not going to be setting fire to
I
anything.
can still throw it though.
You absolutely. So you want to throw your lantern, which I would like everyone to know. No, it's not the only light in the room because there's candles. Anyway, which one do you want to throw? Okay.
Simultaneous.
Give me 2 rolls, please, and one of them you get the +2 on. That's a 10. That's not great. That's an 11. Okay. So the lantern sails over it, smashes into bits on the wall on the other side. So now all that you have in this relatively small room is an otherworldly creature that was once a human with its human skin remains around the bottom of its feet. Is the underlighting from these red candles making it throwing up flickering shadows on the very walls.
Atmosphere, guys. You're welcome.
Thank
It's
you.
much more atmospheric now.
And the javelin just thuds into the wall.
I would like to.
It was a bad roll.
I would like to cast my mind back to all the esoteric texts that I skimmed, if we're being honest, and say some sort of incantation, and I'm not entirely sure what it'll do. But I remember there was a similar creature, less fishy, more dog-like. I chanted this to turn itself inside out.
Okay.
It
Did you in fact turn someone's dog inside out?
Oh, find out. So I'd like to
This doesn't make it better.
I'd like to roll just to see what this
See if we
weird
can
old
remember.
spell would do. That's a 14.
Plus
Is it
2 for mystical
Oh,
things,
12,
which is
14.
14,
12,
modified 14. Okay. You remember. Most of it was right. It was dabbling, it was dilettanting, it was just something to do with it. It's kind of like C of E cultists. Like
a what of what?
Church of England cultists. Like you mostly believed that there wasn't a lot of stuff.
It was an excuse to get drunk.
Yeah. But you did remember that there was that one book at one time. You start to speak and you don't recognize the words.
Oh, blimey!
And as you do that, 3 of these candles start to swell and grow. So they're starting off about the size of a tumbler. They grow a little bit bigger, so they're about the size of a Jenga tower. And then
Oh, should I stop?
these pseudopods stretch out from them and wrap around the limbs of the creature. So now it's kind of bound in space. And I want you to roll that again for me. That's a 9. Have you ever, like, probably, because you're a person who pulled a muscle, right? Yeah. You've just done that in your mind. So I want you to do it with it. And a little bit of blood just sort of trickles from your nose.
Oh, what's that? Oh, sorry, I've got too much cocaine.
It's just snot.
Yeah, so you just saw your companion do something. Let's not put too fine a point on it. Cast a spell. That was awesome.
I got really confident just now.
There we go. So, you tried to punch, you tried to javelin, you successfully spelled. What would you like?
So they're all outside the door?
So you guys have kind of done that through the doorway, or you haven't piled into it.
I'm in punching distance.
You are, yeah, so Sophie is in the room. hits you, and you guys just both just throw your guts up. It's so horrible.
I'm feeling a lot more sober now.
I scrunch my nose up
Yep.
at them
You
and I
guys
retrieve my
both-
javelin.
Oh,
Sorry.
some vomiting ambiance.
It's not the brown noise, it's the rainbow noise.
Not doing a sound test properly. Sorry.
Okay.
Anyways, you were.
So,
I retrieve my javelin.
you retrieve your javelin? Yes, good. The lantern's busted.
Oh.
Oh, I get a candle.
Okay, you have a candle.
I would like to perform an autopsy.
Okay. You want to investigate it?
I'm a doctor from the turn of the around the turn of the century in England. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, it's all sciences. They just did science, and everyone thought they were the smartest people in the world because they were also the richest people in the world. 16.
Okay.
So I don't leave much skull for you
So-
to like touch.
That's
The
okay.
basic-
I can discern just as much from the genitals.
The basic structure remains obviously quite humanoid. You've got 2 legs, 2 arms and things. But you've noticed that there's some gills that are kind of sealed over with a slime. So maybe it's for like when it's not in the water, they seal up. It looks like from the muscle structure that it would have been quite strong. Like it didn't get a chance to have a go at anybody necessarily. You kind of threw yourselves at it. Yeah, so it's clearly what was underneath it was human. And looking at the discarded remnants of the flesh and skin on the ground around it. Yeah.
Is there any? What was it doing? Like, it was doing some type of weird.
It was a human being in the middle of a ritual circle that is now a giant fish thing that is now dead.
I want to look at the ritual circle.
Okay, so you have a look.
With a cock.
Ah!
Look at the circle.
Is this a...
Okay, so you look very closely at the circle. You look at the Eldritch runes carved into the very wooden deck, at the significantly placed candles. You see it as a
7 plus
9. It's definitely some kind of ritual circle, and it probably would have had some kind of effect.
Probably the fish man. I believe this spell was pretty freaky.
And you notice that part of the one of the symbols you recognise is essentially the Eldritch equivalent of an ellipsis. It's a dot dot dot.
Or they're typing a message.
All it.
Is there anything else in the room? Like, is there a door to another room? Where did it
Just
come
the door
from?
you came in from.
Okay, so it's already in there, just hanging out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you hear more scratching.
From where?
More
Outside?
creaking from the other cabins.
Let's go to another cabin.
Now let's leave.
I think it would be a good idea to leave.
Can I say there's candles all over the place, right? Can I just knock a bunch of them over?
It's not they're candles when you knock them, they go out.
Can I fan them?
Oil or something that could do fire.
Are we in the? Wait, we're in like the base of the ship, right? So seeing as I'm a fighting fisher, I would have a pretty good knowledge of boats.
Yes.
So I'm gonna tell everyone to go back to like my boat, and I'm gonna scuttle this boat.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you going to scuttle the boat?
Sure, like, you know, it's the 20s, there's just dynamite around.
Try again. I know I'm supposed to yes and, but try again.
I look around the engine room to
Okay.
see if there's something
So you
that
go
I
up-
could ignite
Go up
or
to the engine room. So the door is open. Yes. You hear from one of the other doors, behind one of the other doors, you hear that same sort of deep hissing, resonant, gurgling noise.
But it's behind a door,
And
right?
tearing for now.
Okay, can I lock the door?
You can't. Not for this.
Can I
Okay.
keep the door in?
You can try.
Can
Yeah, I think previous experience tells us no.
Okay, that's a 12.
12?
12. So you don't hurt your leg this time, but it does seat it somewhat more firmly in the we have established canonically opens outwards.
Can I open the door?
No. That means we can barricade it. Right? We should barricade it.
Barricade the door.
I
Well,
open-
we should
I-
look for something
I
that
open
we
the
can
door.
There's probably his union members in there. We better lock them in and send them to the briny depths.
I open the door and peek.
Okay, you open the door. You open the door and you see in the middle of the circle another one of these creatures shaking its way out of its thing. And it sees you. I want you to roll a d20 for me, please.
6.
Well, it got a 1. So it sees you. It's about to leap forward, but it gets tangled up in its robes and the remnants of its own skin and it trips over. So you have time to close the door.
What did you see?
What was that?
Oh, it was just some beast trying to kill me.
We find something to barricade the door.
Let's get off the ship.
Can I jam my like javelin?
You can absolutely jam your
Jam
javelin.
the door.
But that's your favourite
Right.
javelin.
No, that's okay. I have
not
a lot
a
of favorite.
favorite.
I have a lot of favorite javelins. I don't get attached to my javelin.
It's not
it's
Mr.
fine.
Pointy.
It's not like I
okay,
sleep
so
with it
maybe
in my
this
bed.
is
It's
like a
fine.
coal-powered ferry or something, or is there like something else that is like potentially flammable?
There is you find in the engine room a collection of like an assortment of sort of petrochemicals that you could absolutely use to set fire to the boat.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
I get off the boat.
Yeah, I also get off the boat.
She did ask you to do so
Yes,
previously.
get off the boat.
So roll a d20. Yeah, she used the words "get off the boat." I'm pretty sure that there was a clarity there. So give me a roll, please.
Oh,
18.
18. Okay. So you set it all up. You do that cool like under siege thing where you have a thing and you put a hole in it. It's gonna run out and then it'll fall over and set it all off. So you guys are back on the ship. So you're back on Sophie's boat. Sophie comes out and up the low decks, walks and does a whole, doesn't even look backwards as the flames erupt from out of the portals. You hear this screaming and hissing. The smell of petrochemical and wood on the smoke is also matched by this hideous, burning, rotting fish smell.
I'm marking your tally marks next to the new discovery that I've, punched to death.
Yeah.
An explosion is just like, it's a lot of force. It basically counts as a punch.
It's like a punch with fire.
yeah.
Yes.
Petrochemicals, nature's punch. Not punch like that. Don't drink.
Learning new style, fighting styles every day, folks.
Okay, so the flames have caught on. I'm going to do a thing that I can do because I'm the dungeon master. So, master of dungeons. As you are pulling away, one of the side walls portals of the down below decks area explodes out, and one of these creatures launches itself and lands on the deck. So
Whoa.
you now have one of those creatures slightly on fire.
Hey, you know how you said don't touch the harpoon gun?
Yep.
Touch the harpoon gun.
Well,
Okay.
don't just touch it, my boy. Fire it.
I would like everybody to roll a 20-sided die because we're going to play the initiative game this time. Good one.
Oh, maybe you can
Oh hell yeah, killed it.
Natural 20!
It was just earlier. Ah.
Tonight. Okay, you got a 19, so you're doing pretty well. What's your name for a second?
You got a 14.
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just
Natural.
Whose dex is higher, a historian's or a biologist?
gossip.
Yeah.
Well,
They had to talk their way out of things pretty quickly, so dodge,
Gossip
dodge
is-
conversation. They have to dodge conversation a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to do? This thing is on your boat, the other boat is burning.
Okay.
You think you can hear a strange sound as well? We'll work on that in a second.
I suppose I should just punch the thing. So
Yep.
gonna bust out. This one I like to call Philomena, and Lillian would like to have a conversation. And it's just literally like just the old like 1-2.
Okay, 1-2 punch, give me a d20 roll, please.
Oh no.
That's 6.
It's a 6.
It is a 6. So you take a swing, and it just dodges out the way. Like it's live, it's creepy. You're just like it's
Muhammad Ali is going to take this out here.
The Rugrats miss.
Yes. Okay. Give me a roll. A long jumping
Yeah,
kick.
so that's my action turn. So that's my move. I also make an action as well.
Yep.
Okay.
You're not that far away from it.
18.
18! So, for no reason, because 2 quick steps would probably get you there, you do this amazing springing start that puts you in perfect. What do you want to do now?
I land perfectly.
Yep.
I just want to like try and. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
You land perfectly in front of it. It reacts by spinning around, and its arm spikes catch you in the arm.
We're on your same page.
I believe it's Phineas's turn.
Alright. I pull out my pistol and shoot it. Shoot it with a gun. Oh, these fucking idiots. These, yeah, no, it's gonna shoot
Do
with
it.
a gun.
Give me a roll, please.
Hell yeah. It's probably it's a very old gun because I stole it from my father's cabinets. Ooh, that's not good. It's a 4.
That's a 4.
Yeah. It's a
So
4
you-
with like a flintlock pistol,
You
which is like
just
very
straight up
anachronistic.
miss.
Yeah. Oh,
Boom!
this takes half an hour to reload. And it was, I think it was a gift from the Queen. Anyways, yeet!
So the priceless 16th century flintlock pistol has just gone over the side of Blue.
I think it killed 15 Jacobins. I don't know what a Jacobin is, but I don't like them.
Jacobite would probably be better. but yeah.
Jacobite.
Games.
Okay.
Oh no!
Ace.
Hard to hit. They
You
have
have a
a very
harpoon
low forehead.
I'm holding the harpoon gun.
Yep.
Right. So I'm going to run near the beast. Make sure
The
I-
harpoon gun is fixed.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll definitely miss you.
Just roll and we'll see what happens with the missing.
17.
Okay. So the harpoon shoots past you. There's a lovely slow motion moment as it hits your hair up. Catches the creature straight in the chest, carrying it over the side and pinning it to the hull of the ferry, where it now starts to burn as the flames lick up around it. And there's a flaming, and then there is a muffled explosion from below decks, and the back of the ferry starts to list and lean and starts to sink down. The prow of the ship goes up and up and up, and then it starts to gurgle and sink down, and then it stops. And then you hear a noise, and bubbles start to form in the water around you. And that smell of fish and that smell of dank and rot starts
Hell
to get
yeah.
worse.
These fishmen get lit. They got that dank.
Starts to get stronger and stronger, and then you feel an impact on the bottom of the hull as around you, lifting up from the very waters of the English Channel itself, an island rises. The ferry is sticking up, stuck, thick with mud, and the sand is bottom of the ocean. And so there you guys are. You're now on an island. It's just risen up from the center of the channel.
Can I use my +2 investigation to look at the map and discern whether this might be the same island as is on the map?
You absolutely can.
You don't reckon the mysterious island is the one that rose from
I found it!
I believe this island might be extra natural.
+2 to investigation. I figured it out. So,
Yeah,
guys,
you figured it out. You don't
it's
need
the
to roll
island.
for that one.
It's the island, everyone.
What island?
Oh, good.
The island on the map.
Weren't we just on, in the sea? What happened? Oh,
Aren't you a doctor?
I'm a doctor of the human body and sometimes animal body. I know nothing about islands rising surreptitiously out of the sea.
I'm talking about the injured people.
They weren't people, they were socialists.
Do you have band-aids?
A band-aid.
Band-ages.
I've got I have a quart of ether. I have I have a small Hessian sack of leeches.
It writhes a little bit.
I have. Oh, what's this? It seems like a snifter of. I don't know. Definitely an injectable. And calipers. I've never run into a problem calipers can't solve. Now come here, dear boy. And I put the calipers on his head, and that's a natural 20. And I discern that he has the declining occipital lobe of a Irishman. So I reveal that's a twist.
So you know about yourself a little bit more than you did before,
I feel
and you feel remarkably. You feel better.
better
for that.
after knowing that.
And I do it, and I finish, and I apply a salve to the back of the head to sort of discern it, which probably heals him a little bit. And then I go, ah! And I spring back and I go, why did you not tell me? oh no! I have to get off this boat! And I walk off the boat. Jump off the boat.
Okay, you jump off the
I
boat.
must maintain 100 meters of distance with that man at all times, lest I also catch a famine. It's a 1920 science thinks famine is a proper disease. That would have been
not
going
gonna-
on at the time, right? It's the 20. Oh, fuck yeah.
Can I yell at him when he's off the boat?
So
Are you
yeah, he's off
running
the boat.
on the island?
Yep.
Are you in the mud?
No, I just
Can
jumped
I-
him on the island. And
Can I yell at you? I'm like, hey, so you're not gonna heal me then?
What?
No.
We have another patient here.
Oh, so what you do?
So I pick up the leeches?
Get 2 leeches. Get the injectable. That'd probably be good for you. There's a syringe, I think, in one of those pickle barrels I hid in, and just I don't know about 2 good huffs of the ether.
Roll a d20 twice because you have advantage because a medical professional is helping you.
5 and a 7.
Okay. You
That's
don't
nice.
make it actively worse.
But you do get high.
But
You
yeah.
do get blitzed AF off the ether.
What is ether?
Ether's an alcoholic thing.
Oh, fun.
They accidentally discovered they used to have ether parties because it would get you high, and they accidentally discovered it was an anesthetic because a doctor was having an ether party, and one of his mates was fucked off his tits and walked into a door and split open his head, and they're like, dude, you split open your head, and he's like, I don't care, and he wandered off.
Funny and educational. I love it.
Hashtag true story.
Okay.
Well, are you gonna stay over there?
Oh, I am more than willing to continue on this adventure. I have some business that I need to deal with myself concerning these eldritch symbols and occult dealings. Though I didn't know there'd be socialists involved. But I must keep my distance. That's all.
So the ferry is burning merrily now, which is a strange turn of phrase, but there you go. It's casting quite a bit of light in the mist, so you can see that, yeah, you've got mud, seaweed. It's not like the biggest island in the world, and you think you can see some kind of structure off to the distance.
Can I
Again,
use my,
because mist, it's hard to see.
can I use my +2 investigation?
Sure.
To peer at the
You can peer at it.
peer at the shape. It's a 4.
It's a 4.
+2.
There's something in the mist.
I peer at it some more.
It's probably not Avalon either. It's probably not a mushroom. It seems bigger than a mushroom.
I think it's bigger
Is
than a
it
mushroom.
bigger than a mushroom?
Wait, isn't Sharon near?
It's in the distance. Like it's
Okay,
it's
cool.
looming in the fog.
It's like, listen, Thimblecock, I don't think you should be wandering off by yourself out there.
Because a portmanteau is always funny.
All right, but just don't let him breathe on me.
You left your opium here as well.
Oh, goodness me! And I climb up onto the boat.
Okay, so you're on
No, we're getting off the boat though.
like as a group.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
you would-
join with the group
yeah.
to
You're
retrieve
moving as
my
a
opium.
group. So you move as a group through Oh, it's a shame Joel's not here because it's calf-deep slime that you're wading through.
That's fine, I've had worse.
He'll be here soon. You wade through the slime.
Is there like a high, point that we can move towards?
Ish. It's in the middle again because the mist has come in very, very thickly, and so you're standing between the ferry and the mist. So there's this weird thing where your own shadows are being cast in front of you as you're moving towards this shape. And as you get closer and closer, you also notice that there seem to be some drag marks and movement marks through the mud ahead of you. They're footsteps with a line between them, almost of creatures dragging a tail behind them. And as you get closer and closer to this shape through the mists, you start to be able to discern stonework and archways. And so it is as you come to the edge of your visibility, the light from the ferry is now a dim memory behind you, but you still have one of the lanterns that I'm going to recommend you grab because otherwise you're bumping into a lot of things and I can't set the scene very effectively. Looming in front of you seems to be an ancient waterlogged temple that has risen on this island from underneath the channel. It is bedecked with seaweed. Slime is still oozing down the side of it. And as you get closer and closer towards it, the mist and the stillness is pierced by a deep Stygian cry. Just throw that in there. And so we must leave you tonight. At the end of that, you stand in front of a temple, a horrible cry, fish things, a lot of drugs, because it was the 20s and everybody had drugs. And so I thank you all. That was like less climactic than I wanted it to be, but it's a scary temple. Thank you all very much for coming, one and all. Thank you very much to Smiths for having us. Please put your hands together for Bila, Sharona, Helen, Riley, Jack, We'll see you all next month for the thrilling conclusion of Hadley on Seas, Terra, Nest, Creepy.
That's canon.
Oh, there's a
There's a booking in.